If you're a traveler or a paddler or an outdoors person in general and enjoy taking photos or videos of your adventures, then just like me, you might end up with a huge amount of good memories stored. And sometimes it's really nice to take a look back, like I do here from a trip to Finland back in 2022. Here I was invited by my cousin Beatrice, who is a kayak instructor over there, and I went sea kayaking with her and her friend Tina, which I'll show a little bit later further in the video. But I also brought my inflatable kayak along on the ferry. So here I am in Helsinki, Finland, and I've shown a little bit of this in the past in different videos, but I've never really done or made a major video on Helsinki, which is a pity because it's a great city to paddle. And like here, you might be able to paddle next to icebreakers or so many ferries. I made a video quite some time back on that, where I counted actually the number of ferries or major ships I passed just while paddling in the central city, and it was an insane amount. But anyway, here I am paddling for the first time in Finland, and for me this was particularly exciting. Again, this is back in 2022. As you can see, I'm in a dry suit because by now it's cold in the water. Not extremely cold, but I'm out there solo and it's a different country, and well, it makes sense. Here we see some ferries, most of them I think going out to Suomenlinna, Sveaborg, which is the island complex there with a fortress, among other things, just outside the city. And here we can see, appropriate Nordic countries transport, Viking Line, one of the cruise ferries. I don't quite recall whether it was particularly this one, Gabriella, which I went back to Sweden with. There are a number of them, but it was with one of these anyway. And while you can encounter these, of course, in Stockholm, where I live in Sweden as well, it was the first time that I actually paddled this close to one, because obviously it's really dangerous to do that if they're in motion at all. Whereas here, I knew very well that they wouldn't be moving for hours. They go back in the afternoon or evening. And this is the closest that I've gotten to one of the Viking Line ferries. Even so, you need to be careful because there could be things falling from the deck, or there could be some propeller movement or some sort of engine activity. In any case, I deemed it safe enough here, and it was a really fun way to see Helsinki. For me, this is a bit emotional, or was a bit emotional, because Finland, even if I'm born in Sweden and live in Stockholm, I was born in Stockholm and I've lived there most of my life, except when traveling or living abroad for some years. But Finland, and Helsinki specifically, is actually a city that I've visited most years of my life, at least when I was younger, because my family on my mother's side lived here. So we used to go and visit when my grandmother and grandfather were alive. My mother grew up in Helsinki, and her sister and her sister's husband and my cousins and so on, they grew up in Helsinki. So this is all nostalgic for me, including this soda truck of the Jaffa brand, which I recognize very well from my childhood. For those who don't know me, my name is Patrik Vuorio, and actually Vuorio is a Finnish surname. It means mountain, basically, and similar to berg in Swedish, you could say. So while I've seen Helsinki so many times from on land or from cruise ferries from high up while entering Helsinki, this was the first time ever that I actually have gone paddling in Helsinki. And with my own kayak, I was able to go from point A to point B, what I call portable kayaking. So I decided to go, in this case, from Katajanokka, the east side of Katajanokka, Skatudden, on the east side of central Helsinki, and where I just was, that's the ferry terminal and the market by the docks there, which is quite a central location in Helsinki. And now I am actually paddling westwards along the coast. So this is Baltic seawater, and I am here paddling. This is the first time I've ever seen these areas, because the cruise ferry doesn't go here. It goes to where I just was. So I had never seen this part of Helsinki before from the water. So for me that was kind of nice, and you can see the clouds there, kind of a special cloud background. And I think here I'm gonna be starting to talk from the kayak as I paddled. So the really cool thing about Helsinki is that, well, I'm just a few kilometers out from the city. That's the ferry terminal over there. And I'm actually kind of in the archipelago, right outside the city. So that is really nice. Stockholm has fantastic archipelago, but you have to travel a little bit to get to it. Meanwhile, this is right here. I'll continue that part of the paddle in the next video, and I've really never shown that fully on my channel. I've shown a few clips here and there, but never the full journey on that side of Helsinki, heading westwards on the south side of Helsinki along the coast. But here, this is more from the sea kayaking trip that took place just the day or days after with my cousin Beatrice and her friend Tina, who were kind enough to take me out in the Inkoo archipelago. And this is, some might recognize this, still one of the most amazing sunsets that I've ever seen while paddling. That was, I must say, a fantastic sea kayaking experience. The water was calm, we had unusually calm conditions for this time of year, and this was just a beautiful end to that trip. So thank you very much, Beatrice and Tina, for that paddle. More in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It will help others find the channel, and you will be updated on new upcoming videos. Stay safe and happy paddles!